disruption opening above the ship!
What? That shouldn't be happening.
Hold the doctor! Don't let him interfere anymore! What is this?
Hold still, everyone!
Who are you people?
We are from Section 13 of the Temporal Agency of the Karakan Empire.
Karakan Empire?
Oh yes, from your future, revered one.
Future?
Doctor?
Oh no, Christine.
A future made possible by you, Doctor.
Me? No. What have I done?
Doctor, what is happening? Who are these people?
All things will come in their due course, Doctor. Take the Doctor, Christine, and Draxen aboard the ship. Remember, the Doctor and his companion are enemies of the Karakan Empire. They are to be treated accordingly.
I demand—
You are in position to demand nothing, Doctor.
What will happen to my men?
They are to be left behind, witnesses to the history of the Karakan Empire. But there is no time. We must leave now. Calix, if you perform a check on the systems, you will find what the Doctor sabotaged. You will find that it is easily fixed and that you may proceed upon your course to accomplish the experiment. It is imperative that you complete the experiment. But of course you will complete the experiment. It's already happened. Farewell, my friends. Initiate transport. Take the Doctor and Christine to their cells. Now! Move!
Doctor, I'm frightened.
Brave heart, Christine.
Silence!
Why don't you?
Keep quiet, girl!
Leave her alone! She's done nothing to you! She's defenseless!
Quiet, old man.
Oh man. I never in all my lives.
Throw them in the brig. Tolman,
Yes?
the Doctor and the girl have been secured. They are currently resting.
Very well. Make sure to transport the Doctor's TARDIS over from the Fearless.
What for?
Such primitive technology will make an excellent exhibit in our Temporal Studies Museum back home.
Excellent idea, Commander.
Toman out.
Time-traveling blue box. That will make a fine antique.
My back. My dearest Christine. At least you're sleeping well. But as for our current situation... A marble. When did I last play with that? Oh well. Now let's see. An empty doorway. It can't be that easy. Just as I thought. Force field. Rather nasty one at that. Hot marble? Well, at least your dust can be used to form a star system in a few trillion years. Maybe you'll even be part of an entirely new galaxy. That's strange. This field operates on temporal harmonics. I wonder how far the Karakan people have advanced in the future. What a fine mess this is. Christine! Christine, are you alright?
Doctor, maybe I should be the one to be asking you that.
I'm fine, thank you. At the moment, we seem to have found ourselves in a little bit of a predicament.
A little? Doctor, even you don't have such a gift for understatement.
That being as it may, we need to escape.
These people, Toman and the rest, are they related to us covering Draxen's experiment?
I'm afraid so, Chris. There are many questions that I need answered.
Doctor, I need to tell you something.
Yes, Christine.
When I was...
So,
Guard, leave us.
But sir,
I am not afraid of the Doctor. He will pose no threat.
as you wish, sir.
Well, Doctor, are our guest quarters comfortable enough for you? Perhaps some refreshments?
I have no time for games.
No game, Doctor. Merely appreciation.
Appreciation? For what?
Well, is it not obvious?
Why don't you spell it out for me? After several lifetimes, my brain has gone a little soft.
We have a great deal to thank you for, Doctor. It is a shame we will not be able to repay you.
So, the Kraken Empire. It is as a result
Of you stopping Draxen's experiment? Yes, my dear Doctor. Your interference has resulted in the greatest empire that the universe, indeed all of time and space, has ever known.
It isn't true!
How do you know that it was me who caused this?
I am from 20,000 years in the future. By that time period, the Kraken Empire has gained dominion of time and its little quirks, and we have built an empire spanning galaxies.
Ha! As if the Time Lords would even allow your race to gain such a foothold. We would have stopped you millennia ago.
Is that so?
What do...
I do wish to speak to you, girl. Guards, return to the brig. Take Christine to the IR. She may have some information that we need.
What? What use could I be to you?
What are you doing? Leave her alone. She's been through enough.
Ah! Doctor! No!
Amazing. Simply amazing. This ship is beyond anything I've ever seen. Have we crossed over?
Sir?
Have we traveled to the future?
Oh yes, we have, sir. We are over 20,000 years into the future. Or rather, into your future.
And this is home for you.
Yes. And it was made possible because of you, sir. You were the one with the enlightenment to push our people to the next level. Because of your innovations, we have been able to make the Kraken Empire what it is today.
Well, I can't really take all the credit. Surely others are responsible as well.
But you wrote the proverbial first chapter. Commanding officer on the bridge!
At ease. A little overwhelming, I would imagine.
Well, I must admit, this is far more than what I envisioned when I created the temporal engine.
Nevertheless, it honors us to have you aboard. If you think all this is overwhelming, you had better brace yourself. You are on board the flagship of the Kraken fleet, and it is called the Draxen.
Oh, my. Oh, I am very honored. I don't know what to say.
Say that you will be happy to stay with us for a while. It is not often that we have a living legend aboard.
Living? I should be long dead in this time period.
You should know by now that with time travel no one is ever truly dead. You can just visit the time period in which they lived. Not that we make a habit of this, however.
Where are we headed?
We are going to drop off the Doctor and Christine on a prison world for public trial and execution. Then we shall head toward Caracas Gamma.
Why must the girl be punished also?
I do not worry about the affairs of state. I let the politicians and judges deal with the prisoners. Come now, Draxen. You must be tired.
Can we visit my homeworld? Can we visit Caracas Prime? I would very much like to see how it has evolved.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Caracas Prime was lost in a horrible conflict millennia ago. I'm sorry.
My homeworld? Destroyed. But what the doctor said was true.
No, your experiment had nothing to do with it.
My descendants. The world that I loved. Everything I had worked for.
I would not dwell on it, Draxen.
I must know what happened. I must!
I must be careful with what I share with you. Although our temporal engineers have highly advanced techniques for dealing with paradoxes, we cannot contain them all. Bringing you here has already cost a great deal of effort, but I believe it is worth it. Besides, I'd hate to make more work for them.
I apologize. It's so much to absorb all at once. It will take some time.
But Draxen, time is all we have in the Empire.
What do you want with me? What's this thing on my head?
We only want some information. This can end in a matter of minutes.
Or it can be extremely difficult. It all really hinges on your level of cooperation.
What kind of information?
While you were trapped in the TARDIS when it was in phase shift around Caracas, were you contacted by anyone?
What?
Was there a presence there with you?
I was alone in the room.
No one had to physically be there with you.
But I'm telling you, no one was there.
You are evading the question.
Christine, we monitored the TARDIS during that time and found a slight rise in phase temporal dispersion as well as increased neutrino levels. These are all indicative of phased communication being created. Someone could have communicated with you that way, or appeared there with you.
I'm telling you, I was alone in there. No one contacted me.
I'm tiring of you rather quickly. On your head is a shock band. Crude, but certainly effective in keeping you up late at night with the memory of its usage. Would you like a little sample? That was but the tiniest sample.
I'm telling you, I did not hear a voice while in the TARDIS!
But my dear, we never mentioned anything about a voice. You have been lying to us. What a disappointment. I was willing to give you more of a chance.
What did the voice tell you? And don't deny it!
It is in your best interest if you speak. Your suffering will be much less.
What do you know about what I have suffered?
Why don't you tell us? After this!
Child, do not do this to yourself. Why die so young for so little?
I am already dead. I have seen it happen.
You don't have to let it be this way.
I am already dead. I am already dead.
Very well then. If this is how you feel. This is unbearable. I have to think of a way out of this situation. This is all my fault. I only found another way to make things right.
Doctor.
Hello?
Doctor.
Who's there? Please don't tell me all the centuries of talking to myself have finally come back to haunt me.
This is no time for games, Doctor.
Telepathy. I'm impressed. Not very many people are capable of invading my mind like that. Who are you?
I am sorry to have startled you like that.
You had better be sorry. A psionic shock like that could leave lesser telepaths with serious brain damage.
I am well aware of your abilities, Doctor. I had no doubt in your resilience.
Thank you, but I'm not looking for platitudes. Unless you feel compelled, then who am I to stop you?
There is not much time, Doctor. We are at a critical point in the time stream. My presence here is already putting me in jeopardy of discovery.
I can appreciate that. But who are you?
I am a member of a race who witnessed the war between the Time Lords and the Karakan Empire.
A war? How is it that the Time Lords allowed the Karakan Empire to become so powerful in the first place?
I regret to tell you that there are no more Time Lords, Doctor. You are all that is left.
That can't be!
It is true. The Time Lords engaged in a long and tragic war with the Karakan Empire. As with all things with the Time Lords, they stood by, indecisive for far too long. By the time the Karakan Empire established their dominion, it was too late. The Karakan Empire has gained mastery over time and space like no race before them. Their war with the Time Lords has destroyed whole sections of space and time. Histories of whole species have been erased and rewritten as a result. Caracas Prime was one of the casualties of the war, since the Time Lords believed it would serve as a demoralizing factor. But instead, the Karakan Empire's lust for temporal conquest only increased ever more. In the end, they were able to erase even the mighty Time Lords from the time stream.
I can't believe it.
It is true, Doctor. But the Time Lords knew that there was one last hope for them. You. The very one who brought about their downfall. They knew that the temporal stasis bubble created by the TARDIS after it came in contact with the anti-time wave would hide you, albeit only temporarily, from the Empire. That would have bought you time. You see, Doctor, this is why the Empire wants you dead. You are the only one left who can stop it.
Why not kill me now? Why wait?
They are a proud people. They have eliminated the Daleks, Cybermen, Crotons, and many more races, either through warfare or temporal intervention. To place you on trial and execute as a spectacle before the entire Empire to see would serve as one of their greatest victories.
Well, that's understandable.
Doctor, this is not a joking matter.
I can assure you that I am taking all this very seriously.
I don't know how much longer I can maintain contact with you. They are tracking me down even as we speak. I was able to contact Christine while she was in the TARDIS to get a message to you. But alas, such an indirect method did not work. They are horrible, Doctor. They have legions of temporal engineers working on paradox equations to keep the timeline in check. Their dominion over space and time is overwhelming. They must be stopped, Doctor. This is greater than you, or me, or Christine. The Empire must be stopped.
Are you there? What is happening?
They have found me. My energy is being drained. Stop them, Doctor. Stop them. Stop.
I wish I knew how.
I hope that you're enjoying your tour of the ship, Draxen.
It is incredible. Thank you for this opportunity.
We hope that you will feel at home here.
Yes. It will not be easy getting used to all of this.
Well, I'm sure that you will adjust.
What was that?
I am sure it is one of our guests being difficult. I would not pay it any bother.
She sounds as though she's being tortured.
Draxen, wait! There's no need for this!
The voice said that we're all doomed! We're all doomed!
What have you done to that poor child?
I'm sorry, sir. You weren't supposed to see this.
The doctor is the enemy, not that girl.
It is most unfortunate, but sometimes extreme measures are necessary to extract the truth.
Why are they doing this to that girl?
I assure you, she is not as innocent as she may appear.
Haven't our people in this day and age risen above brutal torture? Have our values not risen with our technology and culture?
I do not like it any more than you do, Draxen. Do not presume that we are any less moral than you are. You have never been faced with the threat of losing your people, but you were once. The Doctor saved you from that fate, and I would love for you to meet the woman that you became, willing to do anything to save your people. Tell me then, Draxen. Tell me how immoral I am.
How do you know that? How do you know what I would have become?
You forget so quickly, Draxen. We have mastered time. We have seen its could-bes and should-have-beens. We know you better. Better than you know your own self, perhaps.
I refuse to believe this.
Time tells no lies. Take Christine to the medical facility. I want her healed up immediately.
Aye, sir.
Now, Draxen, you are to be the guest of honor at a grand festival we shall have upon our return to Caracas Gamma, for your success in your experiment.
But the experiment failed.
Kalex and the rest have fixed the sabotage systems and in the process uncovered some other flaws which have been corrected. They were able to successfully perform the experiment and pave the way for Caracas' future. We may have borrowed you during the process, but it was still your work behind it.
How long will I be here then?
That's a good question. You see, you have a choice. You can stay here in the future with us, or return to the past and live out the rest of your days there.
But if I stay, won't things change?
Our temporal engineers have worked out the calculations necessary to make sure that nothing goes wrong. We take no chances with the architect of Caracas.
But if I return to the past, I already know the future. I could change it.
No, you won't. It has already been taken care of. The decision is yours.
Hey! Hey, you!
Oh, me? Yes, what can I do for you?
What is that you're holding to your chest?
What? Oh, this. Nothing, really. It's only a highly sensitive localized wave implosion generator, capable of collapsing the side of the ship in nanoseconds. It's actually quite a fascinating device.
Impossible. You were searched before you were placed in the cell.
I've been known to have incredibly deep pockets. Of course, if you'd rather not believe me.
No. Hand me the device.
Tut tut, it could go off at any time. Remember, it's a really sensitive device.
You're bluffing.
Very probably. So why don't you just turn back on the force field and go about your way? I hear they're serving Xylon curry for lunch. Very tasty.
We know of your reputation.
Since it's probably just something I threw together from odds and ends in the cell, you won't mind holding it then. Catch!
No!
Drop your gun!
Hey!
It's amazing what you can make with part of a bedsheet in the spring. Have a nice nap. You should wake up in an hour or so. Don't worry about missing lunch. It's not Xylon curry. It's botulism, otherwise known as steak and kidney pie. Okay, let's see. The computer system shouldn't be too hard to figure out. Now, that's very interesting.
I must say, this is all quite overwhelming. I feel as if my entire life has been turned upside down, which it has.
Quite understandable, Draxen. I'm certain this wasn't exactly what you had in mind when you woke up this morning.
Commander,
Yes, Lieutenant?
we have arrived at the prison colony. Should we...
Commander, the Doctor has escaped from his cell.
Why does that not surprise me? I'll be able to track him.
Yes, he seems to be headed towards the cargo bay, where we have his TARDIS.
Excellent. Inform the officers to offer resistance, but allow him to make it to the cargo bay.
Sir.
Do it!
Yes, sir.
What do you have in mind?
Follow me.
Come on, Doctor. Can't be much further. I must be near the cargo bay. Ha! Far too easy. Really, the lack of effort put into these security devices makes me think it's all just a
Stop right there, Doctor!
trap. Of course.
Far too easy, as you say, Doctor. Our files on you are quite extensive. You really had no chance at all.
You seem to know me better than I do. I see you have Draxen with you as well. Tell me, Draxen, is this the future you envisioned?
That is enough, Doctor. Why are you fighting against a destiny you cannot overcome?
Destiny is only a fool's guide. The future is never set in stone.
But it already has been, Doctor. Your future is my past. What you are vainly trying to prevent is already my history.
Draxen, listen to me. Your people have not become the peaceful race they make themselves out to be. They are tyrannical and ruthless. Millions have died by their hands. Who knows how many more have yet to die? They are ruling all of time with an iron fist. No culture, individual, or world is safe from them. No race has the right to have that kind of power.
Silence, Doctor!
Draxen, you know I'm right. You've seen this ship, you've seen the people. Can you honestly say that you haven't come to the same conclusion yourself?
I am tired of you, Doctor. Your time is at an end.
Tillman, don't do this. Perhaps we can reason with him.
The time for talking is over. Men,
Draxen, you know I am right.
fire!